It is the wind that stimulates trade. German philosopher George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel once commented, propelled by the trade winds, international trade began to flourish many centuries ago. Chinese Admiral Zhang He made 7 westward voyages between 1405 and 1433. This coincided with an unprecedented upsurge in China's maritime trade. Centuries later, riding a wave of China's reform and opening up, initiated by Deng Xiaoping in 1978, the international trade bloomed.
The opening up of China around 1980 was probably the most significant economic development in the entire world in the last century, or what we see in the prosperous, rapidly moving, dynamic, people-friendly China of today. So that came with the reform and opening up. So it's absolutely essential that China deepens and continue this development. And the rest of the world, frankly, should say yes, thank you to China, because you drive also economic growth and development, the rise of China. But we should all applaud. This is good for China, for sure, but it's also very, very good for the rest of the world.
Over the past decades, China's commitment to liberalizing its economy has significantly enhanced international trade and foreign investment.
有很多广东的公司也在老挝，他们也投资啊什么。可是我这里举一个例子，就是有广东水电3局，我们主席府前面那条路，到了党中央6公里吧，就是他们修的。我看修得很好啊，是不是？也不只是我说，世界银行的专家也说，他修得真好。这就是广东人的拼劲吧，是不是？广东是中国改革开放的领头羊，是不是？体现了这一点。
At the same time, Chinese entrepreneurs became opener and went overseas to do business.
我们是89年就开始做南非的生意了，95年真正是落地南非。我做也是做家电，那是广东的。
Tracing back to the old days in South Africa, Wu Xiaokang said it was very difficult. He felt lonely since he was unfamiliar with the city, the business climate, and the people. Even more unfortunately, his business was destroyed by 1998 financial crisis. Facing such challenges, he decided to use the first pot of gold by selling Chinese home appliances to invest in real estate. Now, Wu is a well-known representative of Chinese entrepreneurs in South Africa and owns 7 shopping centers as well as several factories in South Africa.
现在对中国的那个慢慢的其实都很友好，都很友好，不是每一个国家的都还是很友好的。特别你如果在这里做工厂，他也是很多优惠的给你。
Zhang Qingwei had similar experience in Dubai. From foreign trade to investment in real estate. Zhang still remembers the first time he knew Dubai. One day he read newspaper and occasionally found there was a city called Dubai in the Middle East, which had high trade volume with China. This attracted him a lot. Then he decided to chase his dream of a gold rush in Dubai. It was 2001. This is the year that China joined the WTO. After that, more Chinese went overseas to invest and run new businesses. Dubai was one of the most popular destinations.
我们呢，阿联酋迪拜呢是属于是一个新侨区。像我是2001年到了迪拜，那时候呢是只有2-3千个中国人，现在有30万了。
Although the number of Cantonese is increasing, the influence is not enough. From his perspective, if Cantonese can cooperate and work closer with each other, the agglomeration will occur. This will boost the development of Guangdong enterprises.
另外，咱们也搭建了阿联酋中国手机批发城，也带领了有400-500个以深圳籍为主的企业呢，抱团出海，在迪拜呢，打造成了从无到有、从小到大的，到目前是中东和非洲最大的贸易中转站，也可以说是比华强北还大的华强北。
Beside phones, more and more goods from Guangdong are exported to the Middle East.
咱们中商灯饰的，佛山陶瓷的，建材的，还有咱们上头针织品还有上头的这个玩具，还有咱们这个其他云服食材，所以不同行业都是咱们各个地级市的群头产品。
Today, Zhang also wants to be a bridge connecting the UAE's businessman and Guangdong government.
把阿联酋的一些基金跟咱们国内的进行无缝的对接，因为现在呢，他们的资金也是由向欧美看转变成向东看。
Over the decades, due to the high quality and reasonable price, Guangdong companies have become popular not only in the Middle East, but also in Africa and Central Asia. Plenty of Huawei, Xiaomi, DJI stores were opened in the shopping centers.
This is the flagship store for South Africa at this point. Very, very popular with our locals and international tourists here in Sandton. So yeah, it's a very popular brand. I mean, the brand is good. It outperforms most of our competitors in this country as well. And also we've got very niche products like our Power M, our Idea Hub, where our competitors don't have them. So people do like this brand very, very much.
People trust this brand now, and they are very happy to see this brand in South Africa. So quality of this product, it's very good. I mean, I can't explain, because sometimes customers saying everything in our house, that smart home, they are using from Xiaomi. So that time you are very happy when you're hearing that thing.
BYD, Huawei, Cherry, Chang'an, Geely. Chinese automakers have gradually captured large shares of markets in Southeast Asia, Central Asia, the Middle East, as well as Africa. Now China is the world's top vehicle exporter, driven by the Belt and Road Initiative. Across mountains and cities, connecting each other. The BRI is closely collaborative, establishing international transportation arteries and expediting regional integration processes.
And the other big area, which is connectivity, China has established one of the most wonderful railroads in the world, in Kenya, from Djibouti to Ethiopia, in Africa, from Laos to Kunming, closer to home. Recently was opened from Jakarta to Bandung in Indonesia. All these are green corridors, making sure that people can move and goods can move more on train rather than on roads.
Over the 10 years, a brand new trade network has emerged. Almaty Station is a major transit hub for China-Europe Railway Express. Many Chinese cars are carried to here and then transported to other countries. According to the China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, in the first 10 months in 2023, the export volume registered a year-on-year growth of 59.7% to 3.92 million units. The per-vehicle export price has also grown to 137,000 yuan in the first 3 quarters of 2023, from 85,000 yuan in 2014. With growing need for new energy vehicles overseas, Chinese automakers also began to expand investment in other countries. For instance, BYD is building factories in Brazil, Mexico, Hungary. As the biggest producer electric cars, the expansion of BYD will probably promote green development globally.
When China, for instance, now have moved straight into electric cars, 60% of the global market for electric cars is in China. BYD from Shenzhen was just passing Tesla as the biggest producer of electric cars in the world. Well, it's good for the environment, but it's also very, very good for the Chinese economy and for prosperity.
Without doubts, green is an important part of the Belt and Road Initiative. Chinese companies are expediting steps to go global, fueled by the rapid expansion of the tech-intensive green products. Digital energy is one of the products. Since 2016, Huawei has begun to cooperate with Kazakhstan Railway. Huawei designed the data center solution for Kazakhstan's rail operator KTZ and Trans Telecom, which is responsible for KTZ National Railway Communication Network. The solution will allow KTZ to implement a state-of-the-art asset management process that will reduce operational costs and improve overall efficiency.
你想，你传统的数据中心，你建设好了以后不用这栋楼就只能拆除爆破，对不对？它很浪费原材料，没法回收。我们现在这种集装箱式的数据中心，我们从选材到里面东西都是可以绿色回收的，以后不用了，我们可以进行2次把这个原材料回收。其次呢，它就是我们通过我们智能化的叫我们公司叫 iPower 的管理，通过 iCooling 这些管理，可以智能化的去调配它这些能源的使用，这些东西可以做到它这个更省更节能。一般的话，我们的话。测算过的话，就是我们这一套的方案比传统的数据中心，它的这个在运维上面可以提升30%的效率，在节能上面可以提升20%以上。这是我们这就给客户实现了这个绿色低碳的这个能效。
Kazakhstan aims to become one of the largest digital hubs in Eurasia. To achieve this vision, Kazakh companies chose to cooperate with Huawei.
因为我们说实话，在数据中心这块，我们不光跟哈体通有合作，我们跟本地的头部银行都有合作，都是他们的数据中心，我们都帮他们建他们的数据中心。比如说本地的比较大的2家银行，哈利克和卡斯皮也都是用的华为的这个技术。总的来说，我们的华为在本地的品牌还是应该是在行业里面算是领先的。
On the road to being greener, Chinese young entrepreneurs found their new opportunities. Nan Yi, born in 1990, established a company focusing on green energies in 2015.
我们现在总共在海外其实也耕耘了将近7、8年的时间。目前的话呢，我们主要是在一带一路国家，大概我们在一带一路沿线可能是做新能源、光伏、风电，以及在我们的欧洲市场做一些储能电站的这么一些布局。
Carbon neutrality by 2050 is the world's most urgent mission. To complete this mission, building new renewable plants is significant. At the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, China announced it will continue to deepen cooperation in areas such as green infrastructure, green energy, and green transportation, and step up support for the BRI International Green Development Coalition.
一带一路绿色发展，我觉得是大势所趋，这个机会难得，所以这方面对我们的机会有2块。第一块是我们的新能源电站的业务会持续带动、持续增长。第二个话呢，是我们现在在做的储能设备的业务，其实也是一个比较大的利好。
As the Belt and Road Initiative is embracing its next golden decade, it is expected increasingly Chinese entrepreneurs and companies will go globally to enhance investment and cooperation.
Since the Belt and Road has achieved so much in the last 10 years, it has a proven record of achievements and success. It's highly likely that it will also be able to do more and better in the future.